Welcome back to Spirit Squared. I'm Andrew Darington, your host. We're here for episode 12. Josh, we've made it 12 episodes, and we're here at the Beckham Hotel here in the Cigar Lounge. They have afforded us a space. We thank them so much for doing that. And we have great news. We have the new sponsor, Red Construction, has sponsored us. We're so thankful for them to do that. And we'll mention them during all of our podcasts going forward. As well as they're a sponsor for us. We really appreciate them for doing that. We have a great guest tonight, someone that's local and representing a distillery that's local. I'm kind of showing off their hat, their Tahwahkaro hat. A distillery out of Palestine, Trenton Poarch, is on with us. He is their bar manager, which is our favorite person in any bar, especially if you're in a distillery. And so we're going to talk a little bit about the distillery, but thanks so much for coming on, especially in this kind of environment. You just like sink in.
Man, I really should have, man. Excited to be here.
Right. So let's get started on the distillery, the history. A lot of folks locally know of Tahwahkaro, but talk to us a little bit about the distillery, how it came to pass, who was involved.
Sure. Honestly, I'll kind of start. And Tahwahkaro its roots from where the distillery started. It means bend in the creek, grapevine creek, and the cattle language of the grapevine area. So that's where it started back in 2016, where the idea was born between Justin and Jason Jackson. I'm sure you've heard those names before, and Shannon mentioned them a few times. Jason owns Jackson Distillery, while the others are there out in Colorado. Justin decided he wanted to try getting distilling, so him and Jason dove in head first and started Tahwahkaro back in 2016, started laying barrels down in 2017. Quickly realizes we needed more space. So for 2 years after being out in Grapevine, we're said, oh no, we need more space. Can't store whiskey in the same county or outside of the county make it in. So we had to figure out our own. Started looking around. We found Palestine. It's a lovely, beautiful community. They found old Cougars warehouse. Massive storage, massive spots, a great back spot. So for rig house stuff as well. So we moved to 2020, as we all know, COVID, kicked us in 2020. So it took us about 3 years to get where we're at now. We finally got our tasting room open. Got to open about 5 months ago. To have the stills up and running sometime this year, but early this year, which is really exciting as well.
Gotcha. So what does the stilling and all the fermentation process look like right now?
So right now we're at a standhold. We've got everything set up, all of our ferments there, our cookers there. Everything is ready to go. Our heat line, our steam lines, our chill lines, all that's ready to go. We just have a couple of small plumbing problems through the actual stills. So I've got a steam line touching a cooling line on firewall right now.
Yeah.
And it's also caused a dip in one of our other lines. So got some plumbing coming out. We'll actually open the next couple of weeks and look at that. Once that sticks, we'll open on it. Justin's will be ready to start distilling with steam made that's for but
for now, what you guys are producing is barrels that were already completed prior to the move.
So right in 2020, right before the move, they decided we're going to start laying down a whole bunch more barrels, really boost up our stock. So all our stock right now is from about 2017 to 2020. Good chunk of 2019 from.
Wow.
Nice. Some really good age exhibits.
Absolutely. So talk to us a little bit about sourcing. You guys, are you sourcing from local grains or are you going outside the state?
So when we originally started, we were kind of sourcing wherever we could. And Justin was trying out different grains to really figure out what top flavor was going to be. But I think by 2018 or early 2019, we started getting Texas grains. So we started up in North Dakota, and then we got some Kansas, and now we're in Texas. So it's all Texas corn.
Top Plains.
Yeah. We got Texas red or Texas wheat. We got Texas rye, rye, Texas elder, rye berry. And then we've also, our malt, all test all over. A lot of it's up in the Tennessee or the North Panhandle area as well. Yeah. But all Texas.
You got a unique yeast ramp up. Very unique yeast strand. I should say. That's very unique. How long have they had that?
I think Justin's been using that strain since 2017. Once I figured out his flavor, he's really walked it in. I'd rate with that.
The still that you guys use in Palestine, it's the same, different than it
A new still, actually.
It's a new still.
So when we moved, we decided we were going to go ahead production as well. So we bought 4 Arctic air stills from the old Hershey's factory. So we got Oakdale, California, a massive Hershey's factory. They're using these 4 stills to make milk out of. So they're built in 1964, like quarter, half-inch thin copper, super big, super dense, going to outlast our distillery. So we got 2 of them fixed up. We sent them on the vendome. They polish them up. Then we collapsed them nice, replace all the gaskets, rid it the whole bit. We saw 2 on their side. Then we haven't polished them up.
Wow, that's awesome. That's a cool thing that I don't think many people know about.
We're really excited for those. Now I can't wait to our first one off track. It smells sitting shot factory. We send our old stills from Grapevine. Those are actually now acts in the Oak Distillery. Jason, Justin's brother. So we're setting those up in post-mint gardens.
Gotcha. You guys have also on top of that, you have a mini yeast strand. You're setting up a new still that used to still keep its. No, that's really cool. You also have a lot of different styles of barrels. So you guys do a lot of custom size barrels. Is there a strategy that goes along with, I would assume that there may have been different cooperages that you guys were negotiating with and get 30s, if that's all you could get, so what have you?
Yeah, a lot of our barrel sizes were that at first, and I'm just trying to get what we could get. So we've actually got 3 main barrel suppliers. You have your barrel 50 degree, barrel mill, and like perfect Kelvin. They just, everything got acting with pelling barrels. It's not like that. It starts slow and quick whiskey. But within those barrels, we have 3 sizes. We got the 53s, 30s, and 25 gallons.
And yeah, 25s, man, that my heart.
Oh, we just did a barrel pick with them recently, and every time I open a 25 gallon, it's done full list. It's hard to beat that stuff.
I think that there's only a couple of different distilleries, and then I could be wrong. I haven't been in every distiller's back room, but I know that in 40, that Mineola has some small barrels, because I've done a pick there, Spy versus Spy, which was a B-Stex Bourbon Society hit. We went there, he did some brother barrels, the nearest is small barrel with where, and then Garrison Brothers has some small ones. I personally I didn't pick it, but I got in a barrel, 30 gallon barrel from them, and the flavor that comes out on those barrels is just incredible.
Something about the Texas heat with those barrels and quick aging, and it brings out cherries, tobaccos, RB one that fall. I'm sure chocolate that comes out in ours. It's just, it's really
awesome. So tell me a little bit about like your mad scientist distiller, because I'm sure he's seen like Justin's vision, or is Justin getting in the mix, or how does it work? What's the dynamic between the distiller who's taking the measurements, or maybe you have a rip master?
Well, Justin's head of it all. He's a distiller. He's think holders. He knows what blend we're going to do, how we're going to do our barrels. He kind of got started, and his brother kind of action for it. His brother got started, and then Beetle had accident, a point where a car accident, and it kind of changed his life. I was rethinking about a lot of stuff. That's still. So once he picked out his flavor, he tried a bunch of different whiskeys. He went to Kentucky. He went, a bunch of different Texas whiskey distilleries at that time to point a few of them. We checked him out and really tried to figure out his flavor. And decided to want to go with that 4-grain, like the softness that the weed gave them and how they complement each other, especially in the Texas heat. They have some rapid Asian here, so you got to figure out a way to counteract that. So once he stuck with it and kept plugging away. We've changed the recipe, something we've done along the way, and that's again just him learning as it goes. Sure. We learned a little bit on a lot from his brother. The brother kind of started off the ground too, and Brad. So one different thing we've done is we originally started with cook. Like everybody, most people do the cook up at throw your grains and the cooker. Then you push hot water in there, start cooking it up. Throw your yeast to rare. Well, he decided he saw some cool people or some stuff people doing it where they could do a cook down method. Fill the hot steam water, tongs will go. Then we're dark grains in there and let those cook down. And it really, we actually see it change the flavor in our whiskey from that. So just learning as he goes, keep pushing away, learning things, techniques.
Almost like a French coffee Yeah, where you have the plunger,
Exactly.
and you're pouring it down. Huh. Never thought about that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, again, it told me, the barrel ranges where that changes, and you can really see the difference. And when you go from like end of 2018 to like early 2019 and stuff, you really see that change, and it's really unique. I don't think the stuff beforehand.
No, yes.
He did it. I still unique.
Yeah, I've talked to a number of people that I don't like to use names in general, unless I'm giving kudos.
Sure.
But in this case, they were giving feedback, and they visited the distillery within the last year, and they had been super impressed with the progress. And maybe it's just your taste buds. You taste so many different things, especially Texas. We're pretty bold and very distinctive in our flavoring. There's some distillers that really want to stand out in the way they do things, and the feedback I've gotten is that every time they visit, it gets better and better. Like the barrels that they taste, the product that they taste it just keeps getting better. So kudos, Justin. I'm not trying to get in good with that. Maybe I am, but kudos to them for getting better and better. All right, let's take a pause to see what you brought us. We got a lot of bottles last year, and I've got a dry cup. So we've got a variety of bottles here. This looks like a barrel that was done this year, right?
Yeah, well, actually, I pulled that sample. Yeah, just mid-month, it's a 4-year-old bird, 5-year-old almost bird, and over 5-year-old bird, which you don't find a lot of Texas whiskeys cab straight that, that age.
This one's not open.
No, this is the recent casting we did. That's 120. It's actually one of my favorite castrings we released recently. It's a 3.5-year-old barrel.
So you tell me it does.
But yeah, I actually brought some different,
rye malt.
Yes, rye malt, which I'm a big fan of our rye. Always have been.
This is like 4 grain straight bourbon, 148 proof.
That comes out of that Kelvin barrel as well. So that's a little 30-gallon or 25-gallon barrel.
Yeah, definitely want to taste that. What's the R&B?
So this is the red and blue quart experimental Justin's done. I actually have a full bottle of it from back in 2020 when I first visited the distillery, and then I have the same. I actually don't have a bottle.
That's a rye malt. This is a red
rye. Yeah. So anyways, I've actually got a barrel of it, or all of it, in the house. It's 3 years younger than this, and then just taste complexes. But yeah, it's a red and blue quart experimental barrel. It's typically 65% corn, yellow corn.
Okay.
So this one we actually split that between red and blue. So it's yellow.
Sweet. So no malt in that one.
Oh, it's got malt.
It's okay. So it's like 48, and maybe 4.
Right. Yeah, it's a wood. No, this is our standard mash still.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be 65% red and blue.
Yeah. Okay.
And then 11 rye, 11 wheat, 13%.
Got it. And what's this?
So that one's really unique. It's a little experimental. It's a lot of fun. We've got a local brewer in town.
Okay.
One of our barrels was some beer. Belgian quad. We just dumped one.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. But go ahead.
Yeah. So we gave them this barrel. Like we dumped it. We put it all in a holding tank, all our bourbon, and the barrel. The aged beer in a few months gave us back the barrel. We filled it with bourbon, and it's been sitting in there for I think close to a year now.
Well, I'm gonna go for that, and it is because I think I'm gonna be able to taste the beer. I think.
Yeah. I get a lot of similarities between our single barrels. If that's off flavor, it's very similar. This one just has such like tobacco rich dark finishes to it that I don't know if
If you are looking for a reputable builder with a proven track record and a client base to back it up, give Red Construction and Development LLC a call. Red Construction offers full design build services for new construction, custom homes, and remodeling with free site evaluations. They have an A+ rating with the BBB and are proud members of the Tyler Area Builders Association, Texas Association of Builders, National Association of Home Builders, and the Lindale Area Chamber of Commerce. Red Construction and Development LLC stands behind the exceptional quality of their work and have the expertise, the resources, and dedication to deliver the results you need on time and on budget. To learn more, give them a call at 903-630-8660 or visit them online at redconstructiondevelopment.com.
What is a day in the life of someone who works in the distillery look like? Like, because you post a lot of reels, right? And it looks like freaking fun. Like you're just every morning, because I mean, one of your reels said, well, you know, is it breakfast or is it working or something like that? Talk to me a little bit about what a day looks like in working in the distillery.
I've worked in other bars and stuff, and they've always been fun. When I got the opportunity to work out there, I jumped on it. It's every day I'm learning something, whether it's about the barrel or about the distillation process, and that's amazing. I love that part. But also, I get to dive in barrels. I get to go play around with them.
Right.
You know, they kind of give me free reign to do these goofy videos. Right. Give me a little, you know, Facebook credit. But yeah, you know, I kind of get so out there. I just sample barrels a lot. I'm always trying something new. You know, in the bar, I'm always trying to match a flavor or recreate a flavor with smart spirits. Because as a distillery behind the bar, we can't use anything that we own. So I can't buy or move. I can't buy on the premises. Right. So if I made our own move, I'd match a flavor for that as well. Yeah. So yeah, I'm always just trying something new, experimental, testing my palate, testing, you know, what which very little, but you know, we try to learn something creative.
Yeah, yeah. Full disclosure to the employers at Tahwahkaro. I didn't recruit you. I kind of like giving you a lifeline.
Good, I appreciate it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I even made you, well, I didn't make you an official job offer. I just said I would help you out. But I'm super, super excited for what you're able to do. You know, I know you're in your lane, you know, and I'm super glad that they extended an offer that made sense for you. And I know you've been super excited since you've been there. You're having a lot of fun, you can tell in the videos. Seems like a super friendly environment to work in, where you get to, like you said, experiment. I don't like that.
I mean, it's all kid in a candy store. You know, I just want an adult alcohol for candy. And it's just go out there and play. You know, I get to see the new Watsons with barrels. I get to play with gold stills, touch on the stills, and it's always something new and exciting there. No, it was wait.
Okay. Yeah, that is a real good.
The dark, deep flavors.
Blue. I think that's like a beer drinker's like their segue with would be this type of
Irish.
That's so good.
About the steak and shit at 120, 130s.
So walk me through it again. You said it before, but you take the barrel, you dump it, you give it to a brewery. So I'm pretty sure I know which brewery it is. Then they do a double Belgian fly. Then they give it back to you, and you put more distillate in it.
Yep. We ran out of whiskey that was an importer back in too.
Oh dear Lord!
And it is, you know, and that's stuff Justin's doing. It's got several barrels like that out there, not just beer barrels, but all kinds of stuff out there.
Right.
Our special release barrel we did is 5.5-year-old bourbon. And spent the last 2 years of its life in one of our riders. Seeing that nothing this one specific was 130 gallon Kelvins, and it was dark like that one. Just rich, just all kinds of deep flavor.
It's super, super unique. It's like the whiskey like hits you, and beer hits you, and whiskey hits you again. And it's playful. It's very playful, and it doesn't burn a lot. The finish, it's not super long, which isn't really meant to be that way. Sure, it's got the beer involved, but it's very flavorful. But I'm more of a complex fan.
Sure.
So if you're in it to just get the maker's flavor, then that's not going to be in your wheelhouse. But if you're into like these different nuances and stuff like that, that's super fantastic. So Tahwahkaro's been around for a while. They've done a lot of single barrels. I know I've been a part of one a minute ago. What are some past things that you've heard about that have been fantastic, or things that you're like, we should start, repeat that stuff when it comes to single barrels and single barrel process? Or do you have anything in the present that you're working on, or maybe even in the future, that you can tell us a little bit about when it comes to single barrels, selection, access, because as someone who seeks single barrels for club and for sometimes individuals, it's just one of my niches that I enjoy doing it. I really enjoy the feedback that people give, especially when I'm part of the sample crew, because you're making a big decision on sometimes small amount of volume. And so talk to us a little bit about if I'm seeking a single barrel, what the process may have looked like before, if there's any differences, because maybe you don't know the difference. It's not a big deal, but what if things look like in the present, maybe what things may look like in the future?
Well, we are kicking up our single barrel operations. I'm actually got 3 barrels going out this month alone. So really excited on that. Got longer has been all really good age on. This last barrel pick I did, I'll probably edit my my ways a little bit, but honestly, me and a few of my good buddies, guys from the humidor, we all went out, we all instead just climbed over barrels, man. We went in the sample probably.
He told about Jacobs, or he told about Blake and
Blake and Creeks. We went out there, climbed over barrels, we hunted through them, and it's 8 to 10 barrels. I don't think we found a bad barrel. It's one after the other.
That's exactly what they told me. That there was a big diversity, and so if let's say I wanted to get somebody come forward, they wanted to have a golf tournament, they wanted to have a bourbon represented as part of like the team, or maybe everybody who was participating. What would that process look like if somebody wouldn't come forward?
Man, they've reached out to me at the distillery, reach out to us online. But yeah, if you reach out to me, I'm going to get you in there. We're going to go into the distillery. I'm going to show you, give you a full floor. We're going to put some samples from barrels. I started actually doing like presentations where I'll bring 4 or 5 of my favorite barrels up. Let's look at these. If there's Delta in there, like, sure, we'll go dive into the distillery after that. But typically, I find 3 barrels in there. But yeah, all they have to do really is reach out to me. We love to have people out. We're just getting basically refilled here. Shut down for 3 years. So we're really excited to have people out, get them out to taste barrels, show them what Todd is out. We were releasing 2 year, I really enjoyed it. I was making a lot of cocktails with it. It was good product. But now the stuff's got a couple more years of age on it. It's really, in my opinion, stand up. That's
awesome, man. So before we get into maybe some of the distillery only type stuff, talk to me about what I could expect to see maybe on some shelves in Texas, if you don't mind. So if I go to a Texas liquor store that's fairly well stocked,
sure.
What kind of products should I see from Tahwahkaro?
Typically, they're always going to have, or most Texas stores right now have our 4 grain, our proof 4 grain. It's a silver label on it, just like that. It's our flagship. It's fantastic. Yes, me at 130. Also, our rye malt. It's 68% malted rye, 13% unmalted rye, 6% rye or corn, 6% wheat, and then 3% barley. So that's our rye. It's at 105 proof. To be honest, I'm a huge fan of our rye. It's a lot more soft and water than rye. It's chocolate forward. That's typically going to be on shelves. And we also have cask strength offering. Same label as this. Actually, this exact one's in a lot of shelf stores right now. Cask strengths have come anywhere between 120, 130 proof. We tried out for releasing it at 140s out in public markets. That might hurt people out a little bit. But yeah, typically when you go to Specs, you go to Goody. The big brands are going to carry. It's all the wine. We should single barrel pick 4. So
awesome. Do you know any project? So a lot of distillers are starting to get into Amarana, starting to get into toasted batches, a lot of Cabernet finishes. You see a lot of different variations of maybe a core product or a multi-layer product. So maybe you have a product like our Iron Brew that is done in sherry. So they finish the product, they put it in the sherry barrel for 2-3 months, and they put it in an Amarana barrel for a couple months. Projects on the right. You don't have to fully disclose, but you can kind of give us a hint.
Well, we've got, I mentioned our beer barrel. We've also got the red and blue corn. We've got a few more bourbon barrels finishing in rye barrels right now. I do know we just got 4 barrels in from a winery. What we're doing with those, I'm not sure. We've got 4 53-gallon barrels just came in and diced them right. Really, I'll just leave that one there. There's always something they've got going on or an idea of that sort, especially Justin. He always knows how to bend it where it needs to be in some blood fun ways. So I'm excited to see that. We do have a new product line we'll be releasing. Hopefully this year, it's going to still drive our product line, coming in a little bit cheaper price point. Okay. Typically, our bourbon's going to be around $50 to $60 on the shelf. We're trying to get this one in under $40 on the shelves.
Wow.
Everyday man's bourbon.
Our first on spirits. We're ours. Yeah, that viper.
Again, we've got the name for the lounge as well, and still got our lounge. We're right next to a train track, so it's we're all tying that in. There's that have a new bottle, which is new design, really new as well.
Is it going to be the canteen style or no?
That new bottle, not short cap. It's comes up the neck, kind of rounds out with that long neck on it. It's a really cool bottle we got and we sourced out one just recently. And just kind of while figure out how I want to do this bottle. Right. So they're finishing up designs on that now, getting able to leave the TTB as well. So
proof.
Probably right in that 40s, 45. Pro Super, yeah, right around 90s.
Nice.
Little above 9, somewhere about 6.
Is it going to be a 2-year product?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Possibly a blended product.
Oh, so it's small batch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sweet. So you guys have, like you said, just opened up. You've got a new still, you've got 2 new stills, right? That are done. You've got barrels there, a lot of barrels there. You've got a new Poarch, right? So that's been constructed for 5 months, you said?
Yeah, we got to open back in August. We had a massive grand opening. Palestine community showed up, really supported us. Super excited. But we got the bar open. We always serve our products, and we got our 4-grain bourbon. We got our rye. We also got a vodka and a gin.
Okay. Oh, okay.
We will be making a vodka and gin in the future. We actually foresee some the colors with us.
Yeah, stuff it. So it's nice that you're Tyson those gins. And acid is so good.
And
so does it becomes in their bottle, correct? Or you have to remodel it?
Daddy gave me 2 big old blue vats, 190 proof. One's gin, one's vodka, 60 gallons apiece. And I proof it down myself, follow it myself, a whole bit. Why is it a lot of one? I've never seen 60 gallons of 190 proof.
So it's already done.
Oh, yeah.
And it just ships over down.
Yep, and I'll proof it down. And it's like with the 192 proof at 60 gallons at 60 gallons of water ran down to waterproof.
Wow.
Insane. It's thick, it's strong, you can smell it. You open that vat and you get the junker back.
Just like,
oh yeah.
It's you.
And the gin's really funny because that citrus is very full in that citrus. I've been doing a lot to really be fusions. Like a chamomile gin, a green tea gin, pineapple gin. So if you name that.
So is it in, what kind of bottle is it in?
It'll be actually our still driver bottle.
Okay, got it. So you already have some bottles?
For distilleries. Yeah, we'll wait until they use some CCDL. Yeah, I've already got vodka and gin distillery reviews. I make all have a controversy.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. This is the 148. We gotta finish with that.
Yeah, that one gets a little spicy. Yeah, I actually tried out a little bit over again, so you're missing some of it now. It's really excited. Justin told me to go ahead and bring that.
Every time I see one of these bottles, especially with if you guys could see this, look at that writing. I mean, anytime you see that writing, I get super excited because you know that some chemist they have the worst handwriting, typically, just like doctors. And it's so good. I mean, of course, they had to write it really big so that people would understand, you're getting in some just hot stuff.
Yeah, and you get the pinch and sport your gas tank, you'll be all right.
Right, exactly. I did say but I did it anyway. Any expansion things that are happening? Are you guys adding horseshoe pit or maybe a kids area? I know when I go to Kippersall, they have a kids zone, and they have the dingers that have the birds out there, the whites and this that and the other. I'm sure there's ideas being tossed around because it's a new year, right? So, anything that you guys are doing?
Well, there we go. In fact, we got it open, back in August. We're always trying to expand something, do something. Sure, we got live music on Friday nights.
Oh, sweet, so Friday night. When's it start?
6 to 9. 6 to 9, actually, this Friday is in this air last by Chris Rice is out there playing for us.
Oh, sweet. Another reference to Chris.
Oh, no. Yeah, he's so inspiring. So many things. The dude does cocktails online, just like me, but honestly, he really might got into it. Just really incredible palate. God knows what's doing this now.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do live music on Fridays. We do have like a little smoky patio right now where we have plans in the future to expand that. Put some lights out there, make it a little bit nicer. You know, Palestine's actually offered us a train car to do some stuff with. So
I heard about that.
Kicked around the idea of a cigar lounge or even a speakeasy, but we have our own fiber spur next to the rail, to the actual rail.
Oh,
so we can throw cars on there if we want to. It'd be around Darington Distillery and actual rail line. So definitely have got some things in mind. But yeah, cool out the museum there. I mean, I'll take people into kind of take a look at maybe some early utensils, so yeah, stuff like that. My dad was in the railroad industry, for 40 years, 20+ years. And so one of favorite memories was he was in a lot of different places, but in this memory, we were in New Orleans. And as many people know, there's a lot of water, bodies of water, channels.
You don't drive a train, you run it.
Sure.
So you pull the throttle and run it over by the bridges, which maybe I shouldn't have smoked. Maybe I shouldn't insert and stuff like that. It was so much fun, and so pair the engine and push it forward, stuff like that. And it's so cool. And my grandfather did a lot of work in cabooses. And so I would assume that maybe this trail car or this train car probably needs because the engine adds so much motor and ride of it. There's not a lot of space. There's really not a lot at all. There's enough to run it. A couple guys to sit around it and spit in the corner in a stative. That's what that. Keep it off the floor, sure. It's not being so slick. So, man, I love the train deal down like with that out here. It's here at the Beckham, just across the street. Down, they use that kids can go through and all that good stuff. So, life's maybe the booze, all that good stuff. If I come out to Palestine, and I want to visit the distillery or in the bar, you're the bar manager. What should I expect? First off, you guys are going to be one of the stops on the trail, right? In Texas. So I'm going to stop in there. It's not a congested area, is it?
No, Palestine's a smaller community. We only got about 20 to find out people. So it's actually pretty easy to get in and out of without a house and all. 155 if you're coming from Tyler. A little bit tougher to find, as cities grow, roads get rearranged, train tracks cut old roads and make new ones. We're actually fighting about Google Maps for probably 3 months now, just trying to get line corrections fixed there. But once you see it, it's pretty easy to find. I mean, a big sign up on this Tahwahkaro. But yeah, once you walk in, it's locked. It's really cool. I love to do mini tours. We do tours where you schedule them online. You schedule it up, we're going to come in, do a 45-minute tour, we're going to pull from the barrel, do the bowl tasting, give you some time and tasting before we open. But if you're just coming up the streets, we're not crazy because I'm going to show you where. I'm going to take you into the distillery, show you the stills, do all the fun stuff. I just like to treat every guest like it's their first time there. Like I've met them. I want to show them what we're made of, show them what we have. It's actually my favorite part, getting into it, the tours. Cocktail in hand, let's go see the stills.
Yeah. What's your favorite cocktail to make? Or what do you think you get the best reaction from?
Man, it sounds a little cheesy, but I love the old fashioned. I'm a firm believer you can build a bar on the back of it, good old fashioned. And there's so many different variations. Sure. I start and give our base old fashioned rest to people the simple fire for whiskey, bitters, and then a flamed orange and amaretto cherry. Super easy, but really accentuates all the flavors. You get all the good flavors on the top. It's just an easy cocktail drink, not too free. It also sort of burn and kick. Along with it, you can make so many different variations. So I started doing some bit Sempastores, things like that. I made a shiitake maple mushroom Sempastore.
What is?
And which I did a shiitake maple mushroom soup.
Wow.
And I'm gonna do old fashioned with that. And I'll even do like old fashioned, eat that, and like a fat wash bourbon. So I'll take a bourbon milk, mix in bacon fat, let that sit, pull out the fat, and you have like fat rinse bourbon. I'll make old fashioned. And at the time, turns out like sold carton. Basically sold. Yeah, phenomenal. So I love the old fashioned. Thank you so much. I love the variations. So many different places.
Anything that surprised you when you tossed it together, where you were taking a whiskey and you were kind of like just trying to figure out the scientist part of you, and you're putting it together. You're like, this doesn't make any sense, which some of that didn't, but and it comes out, and you're just like, wow.
You know, we actually house into the Hot Chili Pepper Fest every year. Okay, one thing that's commonly known as
You're already got me off the rails,
right?
Okay.
Hot and bourbon don't really go well because they want to be bourbon spice. And so with the Hot Chili Pepper Fest, I walk out and do some spicy bourbon. So I took some assorted peppers and I infused them in cast strength bourbon. Oh, great. I didn't pop the skin on assorted peppers. I just let them sit and melt in it for a couple of weeks. And I made it with one of my other cocktail I call Spilled Beverage Water. It's got a little bit of rosemary, honey, some ginger, a little bit of lemon, and curd. Well, I started putting that cast strength scorpion pepper bourbon in there. It is to die for. The heat comes through with at least fats. I was so surprised, you know. I've been tasting, but I tried to pair my bourbon pop to, you know, what do you think? What is this? And so just to see it in there so well, man, it's incredible. Wash over bourbon into that.
Yeah. Do you know there's that food out there?
No, not yet.
You didn't mention it. And I figured we're going to have a food truck out there eventually, right?
So grand opening that food truck went really well. Yeah, we start picking up physical, just more food trucks and stuff out there. Yeah, we just kicked around the idea of some charcuterie boards, stuff like that. Now that we're in the first year, we really start seeing there's a lot of really great local restaurants we encourage people to go to. I know Pine Girls and Good Friends Bar, yes, Old Magnolia down the road. They know my order by heart and the nils. So right. A lot of good restaurants we encourage the regular Lumen, come in, we like to have a party, let's have fun.
Right. Yeah, I mean, now you can get DoorDash and something like that. Is that pretty prevalent in Plain City?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I figure it's pretty, I don't live there, so I don't know, but is it pretty easy to order food from the distillery?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. A lot of girl guys do. Granted, I kind of direct our guys to a specific restaurant across the street sometimes. They're a little Salvadorian place, a little talking up place across the street, and that gooses and stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of direct along around.
Yes. Yeah, because once a distillery offers food, that it makes things different. I mean, especially if it's in the same, under the same realm.
And, we started, we got moved to 2020. We started, let's skeleton crew, let's get open, let's get working, get the place operational. And so, adding food, we want to see somewhere out on the road, just get our feet under us, just get some stuff going, food going at that.
Right. Is there anything that our viewers, listeners should know about, the distillery LLC that maybe could be a misperception or something that they've heard about that you've heard that people are coming in going, oh, I heard it was,
a lot of what I hear really is people that tried our younger whiskey. And then some of our 1.5 or really 2-year-old whiskey we're out right now. Again, I mentioned earlier, it's actually got the start with tall, it's making top bill with that stuff at the bar. I loved it. It's good whiskey, but it wasn't incredibly stand out. Now, we've got a few more years on it. I kind of mentioned earlier, it's hard to find Texas whiskey with this much age on it. Right now, I think Pog just really stands out. It's some of the best Texas whiskey there is. At least when they're making their own, not being sourced. It's just the malts, the chocolates that come through. It's just, like I said, it's really hard to beat our whiskey.
Well, I don't disagree. All right, man, it's my favorite part of the show. That's so right. I didn't enjoy it. You haven't been elaborating too much, which is cool. Thinking that a lot of offers on.
Sure.
Which is great, by the way. It's good. And you're to the point, and it's so good. It's refreshing. You're passionate about it, I can tell. You got a great employer. You have a future in the industry. You know that. So it's my favorite part of this, the episodes where you get to give your shout outs to people that positioned you to do this. You're a salesman by trade. There's no doubt about it. That's why.
Other trade.
Yeah, no, well, let's just look at you.
I love it. All my favorite parts when I hear the train go by the distillery. There's out along. I know it's shaking those barrels just so nicely.
I was in a location today at the same thing. Man, the RB is for someone who's serious about bourbon and that's been in bourbon for a while. It's not for the faint-hearted. It's not for someone who has just jumped into bourbon. It's for someone who can disintegrate the grains, can taste it and just, I said disintegrate, this differentiate the grains between the red and blue and understand how that corn, it's very cornful forward. There's no doubt about it. But you can taste there's two different kinds. Sure, they're playing in the same pool.
Yeah.
But it's very good in a serious way. Sure. It's a very serious bourbon. It's not one that I would want to put in any blend. Look at the nose. Sure. And with, I mean, you could put it in it, but I wouldn't want to see it. So, all right, I'm going to pour one more. I'm going to pour this 40 Southern's. I've already had it. Want me to specifically for it. Okay. I wish I had richer than you want. 1,000 now, dude. They did a Newport White shirt. This good time. My guess, if he wanted you to break this, something's going to be really good about it. For a 148, I can nose this older. And there's been plenty of bourbon whiskeys that I have not been able to nose and share that number. It's not flat. All right, man, it's my favorite time of the episode. We get to do shout outs. These are the people that possibly influenced you, gave you the nudge, or opened the door to what you're doing now, or what you maybe do in the future. I love it because sometimes these folks don't get appreciation they deserve, or that they understand that they should have. What are some folks that you think about when you think about that?
The first person that always comes to mind, we actually had it on the podcast already, Shanford.
Yeah.
The amount of knowledge that woman has, the palate, everything. She actually started my first bourbon class. I started bar managing. I wanted to learn more about the spirit. I wanted to be able to put, the cheapest spirits like fluid into a cocktail and still make a phenomenal cocktail. And I can go to real learn. She offered me to do my first bourbon class. We stayed in my bourbon steward class.
Yeah.
After that, I dove in. I took a class. I was wide-eyed the whole time, ears open, listening, super excited. And it just dove me in. I started, really bourbon hunting after that. I ended up doing my executive bourbon steward class out in Kentucky because of her. And gosh, she just instilled so much knowledge. Even every time I see her, there's a little snippet she's getting you, but maybe like a handful of snippets. You've never heard before, you never knew. It's in and out.
She does it so like nonchalant.
Yeah, you should almost know it.
It's like, well, you should do this. I'm like, or you should look, this is from here. And I'm like, what about? I've never heard that. And then you're like, I don't want that dumb.
I've done tastings with her, right? Researched the whiskeys for tastings. I thought I had it. And she comes in, like, well, just show this and this and this about this. I'm like, oh, I guess I didn't learn enough. Her. So she's always been a big inspiration for me. I love having her out. Even watching her do the tasting. Sure, she's just smart.
I've been on quite a few tastings with her, and she's got I don't know if have you ever done a barrel pin?
Not a barrel.
Okay, so if you do, I'm not going to disclose all of her unique things because she may need a bit of spot. So maybe she probably would. I don't know, maybe. But she has a very unique way of doing barrel pin that I've never seen done by anyone else. And the thing about her is that every sip that she takes, you can tell that there's a very detailed process that she's going through to understand what she's tasting.
Oh, yeah.
It's a complex that thing. Then some people would say, well, too complex, but it's not. She's dissecting everything that's in there.
She's pulled out notes of whiskey that I didn't know were in, but still right for it. After she pulled them out, you're thinking about it and you're like, oh my gosh, banana runs, and it's just incredible. She did it.
Yeah.
And another big one is wiped out my second first, really, Chris Rice. I know I've mentioned it before.
Sure.
But then really the last 6 months, year, me and him all I work together at the humidor. We do, I quiz him. The guy had a Mineola palate, so I take 2 or 3 different bourbons, one is there, not pouring one, tell him to guess Kentucky or Texas, tell me yes, proof, Nashville, a whole bit. The guy would always, on proof, he would be, then 2 or 3 proof, sure, Sean. He could tell you whether it was Texas or Kentucky. Yeah. And that was just incredible to me. And I started watching him make his cocktails, his cocktail videos. Him and his wife have a Instagram called Cats Cocktails.
They're all on the list to have on. I think it'd be awesome to have both of them on.
Oh, yeah.
I think it'd be just awesome conversation with them, be a performer, and also making drinks and his wife making drinks. It's right up around.
He knows cigars. He knows bourbon. I have him as a musician out there at the lounge all the time. I can't speak enough about that guy. He's one of my favorite people to work with. Definitely him. Really inspired. He's 7 student.
Sure.
Big fan.
You know it now. Man. Well,
So I want to get this started. I'm always thankful to, it's funny, I say it's Rick Eltife. Rick's on Swear.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I actually I'd already been marching in Texas Roadhouse for a little bit here and there, but I went in there looking for a job. At a bartender? I said, sure. I had no idea. This guy, there's a guy named Mitch Murray, a guy named Travis. They kind of came in and they took me under the wing. Granted, they were rough. They beat me up a little bit, but they taught me all the ins and outs of bartending. I would not be here today without any of those guys. Rick Eltife. Back I worked for him, I would sit there, do our Rickisms behind his back. Every time it's like, are you there, Trent? And make fun of it. Man, I look back. The stuff he taught me and the stuff those guys taught me was always, it's just stuck with me. It's what got me the job I'm at now. It's really great with those guys.
Very awesome. Man, it's so great to have y'all. I hope you enjoyed it.
Man, I loved coming on. I was so excited. And told me you're doing a podcast. Super nervous. At first. But, watching all your podcasts, good interviewer, easy go.
I don't know.
Cigar this.
Yeah, ways. Man, it was awesome to have you on. One of my first experiences with East Texas, just bourbon in general, was with Tahwahkaro. It was with the Chief Cato that the Bourbon Society did. It's a main staple in our area. I really enjoy the whiskey, but I more enjoy the people, the people behind the juice. It matters, and I think it's great to have you on, tell a story, help people understand, especially the ones that are listening, watching, and sharing. So that way, folks can travel to Palestine. Oh yeah, that's what we want to do. And it sounds like you're doing some freaking crazy, awesome drinks. Oh, down there,
yeah, always find something to do.
Absolutely. So, thank y'all so much for viewing this episode 12. We had a great time, and looking forward to episode 13. We've got a awesome episode 13. We're gonna have some folks on talking about 100 men that give a damn, which is, I know, a little abrasive, but it's a great cause. Looking forward to you guys tuning in. Thanks so much.